I want to thank Midwest for sending me prototypes of their new offsets, and for Chuck and all the guys over at Midwest Tool, I really appreciate this opportunity to test them out. And the next video will be me using these in the field. Now, first I brought out, so these are the ones I have in my bag right now. They're probably about 3 months old, maybe. They're the 651 0L and R. Yeah. So, you know, they're left and right offsets. You know, I love them. I use them all the time. So, and these are the newest model. Okay, I'm gonna lay them side by side. This is the first time I'm looking at them too, to be honest with you. So I wanna go through. Okay, right off the bat, you can tell, you know, you have the logo is painted on there, where you know, it stands out a little more. That's nice. You'll also notice that jumps out at me is the nut and the bolt that holds the two pieces of the blade together is smooth. Smooth now. You can't access that. I'd like to know why they did that. I have a feeling I know why, because people over tighten this. And I don't know how many guys I've seen that, you know, put their torque in there and they'll just crank down on this thing and they'll wonder why their snips won't work. You do that after a while and it'll bend it out of work. So I wonder if what they did, and Chuck will have to tell me, but I wonder if they made this like almost like a carriage bolt, right? So maybe there's, you know, I don't want to speculate. I didn't design it, but I like the idea of that. I mean, as long as that doesn't loosen over time, oh, notice this too. Well, you don't have a lock nut. You have a lock nut now on this newer design, and on this design you don't have that lock nut. So I have a feeling you're doing if you do any adjusting, it's all from this side now. And you won't have to have a backup torque wrench in there. So that's cool. Let me check out the handle configuration. I really like the embossed on the handle where it says "Made in the USA" since 1945. I like that. And you have the MidwestSnips.com on the side. But once again, the only thing I could really notice as a difference between the older model, without using them, just from appearance, is the bolt that holds the two pieces of your shear together. So. I might just have to take that apart, see how that's working right there. Alright, well, so far, the only difference I can tell between the newer and the older model is this, but that could be a really big deal in the performance too, over the length of the pair of snips, because I've had pairs that do loosen over time and you have to mess with it. Like, I'll show you like a model a few years ago. See, this design hasn't changed in a long time. This model here is probably, and it's the same series, the offset, and this is probably 10 or 15 years old, and it still has that design. So I think this is probably a big step forward for them with longevity of your snips, because you won't have to mess with it as much. All right, let's try them out. I just so happen to have some 20 gauge metal, and I also got some wider gauge. This is I believe this is 22. Don't quote me on that. Usually you can tell the gauge by the different sheens. It's kind of funny. Alright, so let's start out by using the reds, which is your reds. That's smooth. Okay. See, I should be able to run my finger. Not that I recommend this, but if you're using snips properly, you shouldn't see a single break in your cut. It should be like you cut it with a pair of scissors. And that did a very nice job. So that's out of 20 gauge for that. Let's try the greens, which are your buffs. Now, I will tell you, that are probably people that are way better using the greens. You know, I swear the first 5 years of my sheet metal career, all I had was a pair of reds. I cut everything with a pair of reds. And they were straight reds too. But let's try this again. Looks all right. Like these greens. It's a nice smooth cut every time. Like that. Not like a new pair of snips. So, now I will say this, I'd like, with the handles sometimes, these edges on these are a little rough. I wish they were a little smaller, a little more rounded off. You know, it's because I got small hands too. Yeah, I really like these. I'm really curious what this looks like underneath this pole. I'm gonna have to find out here in a little bit. But I think that is an awesome addition to their lineup right there. Now, I do really like the blacked out edition you guys came out with. You know, and I was thinking too with your handles, you know, if you guys did like a commemorative, like red, white, and blue handle or something, I would carry that, you know what I mean? I don't know how you do that, like put a yeah, come out with more special edition stuff. People love that crap. You know? I mean, look, I have so many, I mean, this is the pair that I have right now, but you guys don't even know how many pairs of Midwest snips I have. I mean, they're just everywhere. So, if you came out with different looking ones, I'd buy even more. Because that's what we do. Alright, well, I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you guys at Midwest about these snips, and I like them. Keep making them, and we need more of them on stock. So, you know, I will say that I would like to see more of your products. Your lineup in Menards, like, you know, when they have like a Nipix cable cutter there and I can't buy a Midwest cable cutter, you know, that kind of sucks, you know what I mean? I don't even have the option for that, you know. And I would suggest putting your cable, like if you have a specialty tool or whatever, try to get it in the section where they have the ductwork and stuff like that. Like, you know, they have your bending plates and stuff could be in Menards right next to the, you know, they got the Master Force bending plates. But if you had yours with an American flag on it, made in America, people would buy that first. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I love you guys. Keep up the good work.